Back to school around the world, level 2. Special traditions. In most countries, there are special traditions on the first day of school. For example, in Japan, first-year students receive a special gift that will help them succeed in school. Germany also does almost the same for first-year students. Students receive a cone filled with candy and school supplies. In both countries, the gifts mean that there is a huge change happening in their lives. In the United States, many families go shopping for new clothes and school supplies. In Vietnam and Belarus, students have a special performance on the first day of school. What are some of your first day of school traditions? The importance of community. Going back to school is like a holiday in some countries around the world. Back to school is celebrated with the community. For example, in Indonesia, students create groups and do activities that build a community. The goal is to learn about their classmate before they start school. In Russia, parents and family members celebrate outside of the school. Even in the United States, there are special back-to-school parties in communities that celebrate the return of going to school. How did you celebrate going back to school this year? The first day of school. The world is divided into the northern and southern hemisphere. Countries in the northern hemisphere, such as the United States, start school around September. Schools in the southern hemisphere start school in late January. Australia and Brazil are in the southern hemisphere and school starts in January. Mexico is in the northern hemisphere and school starts in September and ends in May. The same dates as the United States. From January to December, students are going back to school somewhere in the world. World conflicts and school. There are many students who are enjoying their first day of school around the world. There are also many students around the world who have a different story. This is because of wars and conflicts happening in countries. There are over 262 million children around the world who are not in school. Every child in the world has the right to an education. Having an education is a basic human right that is awarded to everyone in the world. Unfortunately, there are many children around the world who are not given this basic right. There are organizations that can help children around the world go to school. What can you do to make sure every child receives an education?